innovator, relax. Won't ever happen. I'm concentrating on managing money. Fill up the package and put it up in your cabinet. Bass is playing and the hips are swaying and keep them haters hating. Call me Mr. Flavor, not the average cat. While the savage is back on the dance floor swinging like we got hammers and bats. I'm the greatest that ever did it and really only committed to giving it how I give it. And homie never pretended. I'm checking your mind status, moving your apparatus. I'm the picture the fattest, like night is the gladdest. Shorty moving and shaking, the homies crumping to the AM. Turn the speakers up and keep it thumping to the AM. And every girl's in the party jumping to the AM. And we gon' keep it going, baby, bumping to the AM. Where's this party at? The party's over here. Tell me where's this party at? The party's over here. Tell me where's this party at? The party's over here. Tell me where's this party at? The party's over here. I'm in the spot, y'all. I'm in the spot, y'all. And we about to get it going when it drop, y'all. I'm in the spot, y'all. I'm in the spot, y'all. Get on the floor and show the boys what you got, y'all. I put it down for the uptown East Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the JM Digz Podcast, episode 1. Diggs, did you ever think we were going to be here?
Not at all.
Yep. We made it. So for episode 1, we're just going to probably just break down the basics of the layout for the pod. I mean, we're in the heat of NFL playoff time, so we're definitely going to start off with that. And the other big part of this podcast that we're presenting to you is Diggs has got such a passion for movies. I love movies. And then specifically, as you can tell by Diggs' background, he's got a huge heart for horror. So we're definitely going to be getting into that as well in this podcast. So definitely sports, definitely movies, and then whatever we fit in between. That's kind of how we're going to be laying this out for everybody. I appreciate everyone that joined here tonight. Shout out to everyone that I can't see right now, but I appreciate everybody over there. Cal's in here. Shout out to Cal. FT Dungeon TV, appreciate you're over here. Thank you so much. Everybody from the Clean Sanchez media side of things, I appreciate all of you. Bullets is up in here too. Nice. All right. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Babadoo, shout out to you too. What's up? But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So Diggs, it's Thursday, and we, as you know, New Englanders, we got the Patriots game on Sunday, and I didn't even think we were gonna get here. I didn't think the Patriots were gonna get to an AFC Championship game. I don't know how you felt, honestly.
To be honest, I thought it was going to go like the last 2 seasons.
So, like, interesting fact, right? Like, me and Diggs this year went to the first preseason game of this season. It was just so happened to be when Tom Brady's statue got unveiled outside of the stadium. But yeah, we didn't expect to be in the playoffs. That's what we didn't expect. Like to be at a game like that. They played very well, but you didn't think it was going to transition to what we see today. So this is pretty cool. But let's break down the playoffs real quick and get everybody caught up on what's going on. You guys might already know, but let me just get through it real quick because I worked hard on this. But yes, so Saturday last week, it started with the Denver Broncos defeating the Buffalo Bills in overtime. It was 33-30 for the final score. Josh Allen completed 25 passes out of 39 attempts for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. Allen threw 2 interceptions and was sacked 3 times, where Bo Nix completed 26 passes out of 46 attempts, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. Nix threw only 1 interception and was not sacked, which I think made the biggest difference in the end of that game because, defensive pressure is going to kill you in the playoffs, Diggs. This is what's going to happen. If you can't get the time in the pocket to throw the ball, and we've seen this in the past with, like, us watching the Patriots and seeing Tom Brady, like, get fucking walloped in the Super Bowl against the Giants, like, pressure kills, man. Pressure fucking kills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest thing with the Denver Bronco Buffalo Bill game last week, and I think that's why the Broncos did end up winning. But the biggest thing about that was the fact that Bo Nix got hurt on the third to last play of the game. Like third to last play of the game, this dude's hurt for the season. He can't go to the conference championship with his team which means Jarrett Stidham, the backup, now becomes the starter. And this is why people say the NFL is scripted, because Jarrett Stidham was a former New England Patriot backup.
Can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up, bro. It's fucking crazy. So there you go. The Broncos move on past the Bills to the AFC Championship. The next game that's last Saturday was Seattle Seahawks blew out San Fran 42-6. And Diggs, you actually said you watched that game, right?
Good chunk of it. Still doing the dad shit, but
it was boring, I bet, too, because you're like, wow, they're getting their ass kicked out here. Like, Seattle just beat the 49ers ass. It's crazy. I didn't expect that at all, because the 49ers all season have been a pretty good team. But damn, bro. What do you say? Man, you beat the Bills. I missed that last part. I'm just so sad my Eagles didn't. Yeah, the Eagles got beat. Beat the Bills, you break your ankle. All right, now I got what he said. But yeah, man, the fact that the Bills once again knocked out, very discouraging. Josh Allen was emotional on that press conference. By the way, he was crying. He really felt bad. He took the blame on himself. That made one of his linemen cry. Yeah, sad situation up there in Buffalo. But hey, in a few months they'll get over it, and they got a brand new stadium they're going to play in next year. They're brand new. So yeah, and then the Seahawks blew out the 49ers. And then we'll go right to it. The Patriots defeated the Houston Texans 28-16. Drake May completed 16 out of 27 attempts for 179 yards, 3 touchdowns. CJ Stroud had 20 completions on 47 attempts, 212 yards, 1 touchdown. But here's the difference. All right. This game was horrible. And as a Patriots fan, I'll even say it. This game was fucking horrible. You had 4 fumbles by Drake May. He was sacked 5 times. And he threw a pick. That was Drake May's performance. And then CJ Stroud on the other side of the ball, he threw 4 picks. There was 8 or 9 turnovers in this game. It was just embarrassing. There was a weather factor a little bit. It was like a slushy snow type like environment, but like I don't know, Diggs. We grew up playing like
backyard ball.
Backyard ball like that. Like I don't know, like that shit just happens. Yeah. That's like the New England football style, bro. That's really what it is. So I don't know. I felt like it was kind of too much for the Patriots, at least too many turnovers. But ultimately, what the game came down to was the defenses, and the Patriots defense just played better than the Houston defense, and I think that's what ultimately it came down to. And the fact that Drake May was able to get in the end zone more than CJ Stroud. That's kind of what it came down to too. But anyway. So all right, so the last game of the weekend after that, the Los Angeles Rams went on the road and defeated the Bears in Chicago. 2017, Matthew Stafford threw 20 completions on 47 attempts for 258 yards, no touchdowns, on top of being sacked 4 times. But luckily, the Rams running back had a decent day. He ran for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bears, Caleb Williams, 23 of 42 for 257 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 picks. So that kind of gives you an idea of how that game like is right there, because like, you know, how can you win a game when you're throwing so many turnovers? That's what Josh Allen said after his game with the Broncos. It's the same with Caleb Williams, his game with the Rams. I just think you throw that many picks, it's really hard to win.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Seth Rollins from the WWE was crying when the Bears got rocked. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins from the WWE is a huge Bears fan. He's actually trying to think about. I've heard him say this. He's thinking about when he retires from WWE. He's obviously going to be still associated with WWE, but he kind of wants to do what he's doing. He wants to do some side analyst work with the NFL because he's such a huge football. Yeah, he said that. You haven't seen him this year. He's been on He's been on like pregame panels for Bears games.
See, I don't watch a lot of the Bears games, and
Well, I don't either, but the clips go viral. That is, I know a lot of Seth Rollins fans, but yeah, he's got a very he's got a WWE personality. Bring it over to the NFL, and he's a Bears fan. That kind of translates pretty well.
yeah,
Especially like, say you're a Packers fan, or you're a Lions fan, or you're in that division with them, right?
mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins goes right back to WWE for them because he's going to play the perfect heel. But then everybody that watches him cheer for the Bears is a Bears fan. They think he's the baby face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, there. Cal just said, yeah, he tweets after every game depending on the result. Right, exactly. So, I mean, that just shows you like the type of football fan that Seth Rollins is, and I think he will have like a part-time like NFL analyst career when his WWE career ends. So, there you see it on the screen, guys. That there's the full bracket this year of the NFL playoffs. So we're getting to the end of it. You got Denver moved on, New England moved on, Seattle just rolled over the San Fran to move on, and then the Rams snuck one out in Chicago. So, yeah, there it is. There it is. The final 2 games before the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I'd love in the comments if you're on YouTube after the stream to put in who you think are going to win all these 2 games. Honestly, I should do a poll on Twitch, but I'm not going to do that right now. What we'll do is we'll do something in the Discord, honestly, I think. We'll do something in the Discord this week, right before these games. Right, so
we're taking bets?
No, not bets. Not bets.
Damn.
I wish we could do that, but I think it's illegal. I think it's illegal.
It's only illegal if we get caught.
Yeah, we're alive, though.
They won't tell. They're cool people.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't even know how much viewership we have, but I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. But anyway, but yeah, let's bring up the schedule for these 2 games coming up this weekend. There you go. Both games on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Patriots, Broncos, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rams, Seahawks. The winners going to the Super Bowl and playing each other. That's it. It's over. The NFL season's over in 2 weeks after Sunday. So Seattle's going to take it all. They're going to win the Super Bowl. There you go. And, honestly, after their performance in the divisional round, I'm a Patriots fan, and I still, that team looks scary. That team looks like they got it all put together right there. 42-6 against the wow, I already blanked. 49ers. Thank you. Thanks for the help, Digz. Appreciate it. Anyway. But all right, so the playoffs, that was going on. Just to finish up here in the NFL. All right. We had a lot of coaching moves, and this is the first one. And I think it was a favor by the Steelers. All right. Mike Tomlin steps down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tomlin stated he does not plan to coach in the 26-27 season, which is next season. I think they let him step down, kind of like how Kraft let Belichick step down. But if ultimately it does feel like a firing, but the way they word it puts some respect on their name.
It's a mutual part.
So I think it's a big deal because Mike Tomlin literally steps down as the head coach of Pittsburgh. This is like one of the craziest years for head coaching jobs. So like he steps down from Pittsburgh. There's like 9 other jobs open for him, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not coaching this year," which I find that's just absolutely nuts to me. But
He just needs to take that year to recoup.
yeah, I get that because you think about this, Diggs. We watched Belichick for how many years, and then Tomlin just stepped down now. Like Tomlin was coaching that team for 19 years. Did you know that?
Damn, 19?
Yeah, it was a crazy run for this guy.
All right, he should have waited 1 more year. At least finish it at 20.
Yeah. But we're gonna move on though, because he's not the only guy that I was shocked about a team moving on from. And there it is. John Harbaugh was fired in the same week from the Ravens and got hired by the Giants. So this dude was a menace to us, especially as Patriot fans, because I went to a couple playoff games, Patriots versus the Ravens, where he was the head coach, man. And there was one I went to. They beat us. I don't know if you remember this game, Diggs. The Ridley hit where they did the head-to-head contact on Ridley's head, and he fumbled the ball and they counted it. Nowadays, that'd be targeting, and the play wouldn't count. Like that shit. That was one of those plays, man. And we lost that game. That like we never got the momentum back after that. And they went to the Super Bowl and won that year. I think they beat the 49ers in the bowl that year. Oh man, that hurt hard, man. That hurt hard. But yeah, man, it's just crazy to see John Harbaugh go from the AFC to the NFC now. And now once again, we have a chance for. Well, no, we have a chance for him to play against his brother again. Because you remember, it was his brother was the head coach of the 49ers back in the day.
Yeah.
They went to the bowl, played each other. So now that he jumped back to the NFC and his brother's coaching the Chargers, like we could get that again in the future. We don't even know. So that'd be kind of crazy. But all right, moving on. This is honestly for me. Jeff Hafley going to the Dolphins, I don't know. For me, it just seems like a Dolphins move. Here's the big difference between Jeff Hafley versus Mike McDaniels, who got fired. Mike McDaniels was an offensive-minded coach where he's more defensive. Jeff Hafley is definitely more of a defensive coach. So I think, pretty sure the Dolphins ownership still like they're just grasping at straws here. Well, 5 years of an offensive mind didn't work. Let's go to defense now. And it's like,
hey, at least they're trying something different this time.
Yeah, but I feel like they've been teeter-tottering for 25 years. That's kind of my thing. What's up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
That's their thing. Let them teeter-totter.
But congratulations to Jeff. It's a great opportunity for him, but he's in our division, so fuck him. I'm not wishing him that much luck. Moving on. Here's the big kicker. When I was reviewing the Bills game, we didn't see this happening after that game, and honestly, this guy's been there for 5 years?
I'm not positive on that.
I think it's actually longer. I think it might be 9 years, something like that. Sean McDermott's been there for like a long time with the Bills. But I understand this move by the Bills firing Sean McDermott because honestly, the guy could not move on. Like he couldn't move over the hump, I should say. You got one of the best, or if not the best, quarterback in the league, and you can't even move over the hump and get them to the Super Bowl. Like he's lost every round in the playoffs. He's lost a wild card round. He's lost a divisional round. He's lost a conference championship. He just can't get to the bowl, bro. When you got Josh Allen,
he looks so miserable.
Yeah, he should look miserable. He just lost the fucking divisional round and didn't even make the fucking conference championship. So yeah, I don't blame that. I don't blame the Bills on this. It's just gonna be interested to see who is actually going to take that role. I don't think we got any news on who the Bills are hiring, but
is there any word on where he's going to end up?
No, and a lot of times what happens when head coaches like this get fired, just like Tomlin. Like we talked about Mike Tomlin earlier. Mike Tomlin, is taking a year off. He's been coaching one team for so long. You don't even want to go right into coaching. So it really is up to him what Sean McDermott wants to do. Like it's just up to himself what he wants to do. But like, do you want to take a lesser job than a head coach, or do you or does the team even want you as a head coach? So that's gonna be interesting to see. But
what's the pay difference between NFL and college coaches? Is it that big of a difference?
Oh, you can make a lot more in college as a head coach. College, oh, dude, they'll just like the top programs in the country. They'll just pay this ridiculous amount of money for these guys to coach there. where the NFL is kind of regulated. I remember when Bill was still our coach, he was at the time the highest paid coach in the NFL, and he was making like 20 a year, I think. And then you got guys in college, I think they're signing deals like 50 a year or some crazy shit. Like it's a crazy business. But anyway, one last coaching move, which is pretty cool, is this one right here. Now, Diggs, I love this picture. That's why I chose it. That's former Cleveland Browns head coach on the. It's funny, so on the left there, Kevin Stefanski, and then to the right there is former Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan, who is now the Atlanta Falcons president of football operations. So Matt Ryan's first hiring was the former Cleveland Browns coach, which, you know, the Browns every year seem to be the Browns. So I'm interested in how a fired coach got hired right away like that. But I feel like McDermott may be one of the better candidates out right now, to be honest. That's true, Cal, but I don't know if anyone's hiring or if he even wants a job. Like I said, he might take a year off. Who knows what he's going to do. But yeah, so I found this interesting. I just thought, like, you know, Matt Ryan being named the Falcons president of football operations was so, like, outlandish. Like, who takes a former quarterback that was literally doing, like, analyst work for, you know, a NFL like network, and then says, "Hey, you know what? You've been gone for a few years. We miss you. Let you run the whole team.
They're desperate.
We're gonna let you run the whole team. You've been retired for like 2 years, 3 years. We're gonna let you run the whole damn team." So, what is this?
I do not know.
Something. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling us that right there. Top tier college football head coaches now earn salaries comparable to or sometimes exceeding average NFL. Yeah. Yep. This is pretty much what I said. With elite college coaches surpassing $13 million annually, while top NFL coaches like Andy Reid can make $20 million annually, elite coaches have largely closed the compensation gap with earning $10 million. I could have sworn there was somebody making a lot more than all that, though. Maybe I'm high. I don't know. I thought there was it was like Ohio. I'd be interested to see like the payroll for Ohio State. What are the biggest programs? It's Ohio State. It's Alabama. LSU. You know what I mean? Like those big ass programs, like the biggest programs. Like, I'd be interested to see like how much those coaches are making, or at least old coaches are making. But I bet Notre Dame pays their coach well. Well, it depends. Did they overpay or did they pay? But they're not even like one of the biggest teams I'm thinking of either.
Ryan Day was making 12.
And where's he from?
Ohio State.
He's
the second highest paid coach in college football.
All right, that's nuts. Okay, so yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. So I guess they're still not making NFL money. I thought it was the other way around. I guess it was the other way around.
As of December 1st, 2025, the school-fired day without cause, he'd be set to receive 71,000.
Damn, bro, that's wild. You know what? Cheers on that. ABC go. All right. We're moving on. You guys see this picture? You guys who watched the Patriots game in chat? This is great. So I'll read this real quick. A Swansea teenager went to Gillette Stadium expecting the Patriots playoff win. Not internet fame, but somehow walked away with both. 14-year-old Landon Silver became an unexpected viral sensation during the Patriots divisional round victory after appearing shirtless on national television as the snow fell and temperatures hovered near freezing. This kid just like got flashed across the screen you see it after the beginning of the fourth quarter, and like everyone was like, "Yo, look at this kid, he's fucking nuts." Because I wouldn't even do that. I don't care how fucking cold it is. Actually, I don't care how warm it is. I'm not taking my shirt off when I'm warm. Fuck that, actually. So this kid was funny as hell, showing up on the screen like that, and he hit himself with some local and national exposure. The kid probably got pneumonia now.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
And so here's the funny thing. We got to continue reading here. Everybody was excited for the game. Landon said it was like a really good atmosphere. He attended the game with his parents and older brother. Watching as the Patriots built a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter before kickoff, Landon had already made his mind up at the start of the game. He said, "If we get up in score, I'm going shirtless in the snow." With over 11 minutes left in the game, the Patriots comfortably ahead. Moments later, that's when he took his shirt off. And then moments later, the NFL cameras took notice. Landon said the guy at NFL media came up to him and said, "Don't look at the camera," as he shot that shot. Told him not to look at the camera. "I want this to look natural. Look at the field, clap. We're going to sell this. We're going to sell
That
this."
guy right behind him, though.
And
So tempted to look.
I think that was his brother behind him. But anyway, this is the big part of this whole thing, though. The clip was later shared by Barstool Sports, and everyone knows Barstool Sports. The CEO and founder, Dave Portnoy, he's a diehard Patriots fan as well. As of Monday night, the post had surpassed 124,000 views on Twitter or X, generated more than 14,000 impressions on Facebook. And none of these stats are even including Instagram. The kid hit TikTok. Like the clip just went, the picture and the clip just went viral after that game. And then also, I have a stat here from my buddy Cal. Actually, was it Cal? No, I don't see it now. I thought Cal sent me something. There was a stat saying that the Texans Patriots game was one of the most successful sports broadcasts for ESPN.
Viewer-wise, or?
Yeah, viewership-wise. It was like something crazy, like 38 million tuned in to that Patriots Houston game. I don't know if that's verified, but I saw something like that earlier. I thought Cal told me that, but I can't remember now. But anyway, yeah, well, I guess that game for some reason was correct. Oh shit!
Playoff game between Patriots and Texas ranks as most watched event in ESPN history.
That's fucking crazy, right? Tell me that's not an incredible stat there. And you're talking about a divisional round game.
I'm trying to see if I can find how many viewers.
I saw 38. I saw like 38, and I think Sanchez just confirmed that. So, yeah, that's wild, bro. That's wild. They didn't even word when I read, they didn't even word it as like huge ESPN game. They worded it as Disney Sports, because they do sports on like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 different networks.
44 million.
It peaked at 44 million on the second half of the game. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Thank you for that info. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. For a divisional round game, and then ESPN's not even covering these games this weekend. So what's CBS and Sanchez, can you bring back the NFL schedule again? I mean the conference championship schedule. What was that slide of the 2 games this week? Oh, it doesn't have the networks on it. Okay.
Want me to pull it up?
Yeah, I'm going to just assume, though, one's going to be, I'm going to guess one's CBS, one's Fox, but then I'd be kind of confused where, who's good? I'm guessing.
CBS, Patriots on CBS.
Okay.
Fox is the Seahawks.
And then I think NBC is the Super Bowl this year. That's what I think. That's what I think why they did it that way. Nuts. All right. Well,
should be good games though.
It's going to be crazy. I'm actually very interested. Even if, even being a Patriots fan, even if the Patriots lose, I think as long as they don't lose embarrassingly, I'll be okay with losing. But if we lose, genuinely, I'll be okay. And then Rams Seahawks really interests me because you got Matthew Stafford, who's an MVP candidate, going against that Seahawks team we just saw last week blow out the 49ers. So I'll be interested to see who actually can move on after that. I'm happy we're the early slot, although my work already canceled for Monday. Yeah, our work already cleared our schedule for Monday. Only thing is they want us to use PTO if we're going to stay home and not do nothing. So I don't know. Monday, big snowstorm in case anybody that's not from the New England or Northeast area. Huge snowstorm coming Sunday into Monday.
From what I was told, the following weekend too, we're supposed to get hit with another.
So 3 weekends in a row we get snow.
Yeah.
So it's mad funny. My boss told me today 2 feet, and then when I talked to my mom about it, she's like, "That's a joke."
But everyone's prepping for it.
Oh yeah, and then I think it was lurking somebody's chat earlier, conversation earlier, and maybe in a Discord. I think it was Sanchez that said he was looking for salt, and everywhere around him was sold out.
Yeah,
and that's a pain in the ass, dude. Especially when you know a snowstorm's coming.
That and looking for shovels.
All right, first off, here's my thing with shovels. When a shovel breaks, I buy a new one. So when people say you can't find shovels, where were your original shovels?
I lost them.
Did you move recently?
No, I know where mine are.
Exactly. That's my point.
Snow blowout.
I get if you moved recently or something, but I don't know how people be losing snow shovels. They're kind of unique. And if you live in a cold a cold weather environment, then
they are used for cleaning up the yards, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how people lose shovels. That to me just doesn't make any fucking sense. So just said Russia got 15 meters. All right, that's some military. I can't count meters. I don't even know what meters really means. I'm such a football fan. It's either yards or inches. That's it. You got some snow shovel porch pirates out there. Wait, for real? People steal shovels?
People steal anything.
$20-30 yards. Oh, wait, that's whoa.
That's
wow, that's a lot of snow. 45 feet deep. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Now that translates into my language. Okay.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. I fuck living in Russia. That's all I got to say about that. But anyway. All right. Let's get into some local news real quick. And this is the first. Oh, this is the only one for the local news. But a lot of people don't know about this outside of Rhode Island. Me and Digz are Rhode Islanders, so we're going to tell you guys some Rhode Island storylines here every once in a while in a bit. But, yeah, so there's a local popular documentary featuring the Providence Place Mall. It's the biggest mall in the state of Rhode Island. Not doing
mall that made Providence what Providence is now.
Right. And obviously now after COVID, the mall's not what it used to be, right, Digz?
No.
All people go there for is the Providence Place Mall has the only Apple store in the entire state of Rhode Island. We only have one Apple store for an entire state, which makes no sense.
That's the only hot topic.
So, but this is what the story is real cool because this is a full circle story. So, local popular documentary featuring the Providence Mall is officially coming to Netflix tomorrow. It's going to be on Netflix tomorrow, guys. If you have Netflix, you can watch this tomorrow.
It's good.
It's called Secret Mall Apartment, and they didn't give us an exact time. It just says officially will be released on the platform on Friday. But the thing about this fucking documentary, when they built this mall, they did not realize there was secret areas of the mall that people could actually move into. And what they did, what two kids did that were filmographers, they snuck in and built themselves an apartment and lived in it in the mall
For 4 years.
Yeah, they moved. They moved. Right, they moved in at 2003, and then they were undetected until 2007, and they filmed the entire experience in the mall. They were living in the mall for 4 years undetected.
It all started because they had a dare to see who can stay at a mall for a week.
So they were discovered by a security guard and then banned from the mall. Throughout the whole documentary is a 92-minute runtime. Features footage taken by the artists at the time, as well as commentary from the artists themselves on the meaning behind the apartment and why they did it and all that type of shit. Yeah, so the original version of the Secret Mall Apartment documentary aired in Austin, Texas in 2024, and it publicly premiered again at the mall. Oh, this is where the full circle moment is. It will publicly be aired at the same mall they lived in
They
on
brought the
March
couch and everything to it.
on March 21st, 2025. So people are going to be able to go to the same mall that these people did it in and watch the movie. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they did. They had it. So, like, he did a little speech before they bought the couch, made a little replica of it.
Wait, so to go back on comments, JM and Apple guy, only my phone. I'm a Microsoft guy, obviously on everything else, but yeah, only my phone. I'm too lazy to use an Android. I just rather use an Apple. And then Cal said getting banned from a mall for exposing their own flaws is whack. Hey, it took them 4 years to even get caught, bro. So I don't know if it's that whack. They were eventually going to get caught. They should have did a whole house party in there and like.
That's the thing. It started out as the four friends doing that dare, and by the end of it, it was 8 artists that all kind of share that space.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the doc. You're the only one that did.
The reason why they got caught is they all kind of started going off doing their own things.
Yep.
2 security guards found the apartment with the PlayStation TV, and they were partying there during their shifts. Eventually, they told the owner, and can't think of his name right now, but the main guy brought a friend that he hasn't seen in years to the apartment, and that's when the security and the big boss came in and found them.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, I'm definitely checking that documentary out tomorrow.
It's definitely a good one.
Yeah, weren't they squeezing through a wall to get to their hiding spot?
There was 3 different ways in. You could have gone in through the...
Yeah, spoiler alert, right? We're spoiling the shit out of this thing.
If you watch the news, you know.
It's going to be on Netflix tomorrow, guys. Can we just wait till tomorrow? Because I haven't watched it. I actually haven't watched it. So I'm hearing too much right now. I'm getting spoiled. All right, we gotta get to your segment anyway, Diggs. So let's get into it. So announce what we're doing, and I don't even know. Did you come up with a final name for your segment yet, or you know?
No, I have not.
All right. So
pretty much today, tomorrow, well, next week, and so on until Scream 7 comes out. We're gonna talk Scream.
There we go.
One of the best horror franchises. One that's
So, let me just cut in real quick. So, just to explain to everybody, this is what we're gonna eventually name. I thought maybe we should have them vote on the name, bro.
Yeah,
because you said you wanted Diggs Movie Minute for this segment. I thought Diggs Deep Cut was fucking cool, but you didn't like it. But and then maybe some other people can come up with some other names. But we need a name for the segment, guys. What is Diggs Movie Review, Weekly Movie Review? There we go. Diggs Film Study. Like, we're already coming up with shit. They're cooking already. But anyway, we're not going to name it this week, but this segment is mainly Diggs' segment. He picks the movie, we review it, and it could be from any time, era, newer, older, in between. It doesn't really matter. It could be horror, it could be anything. It's all Diggs' choice. So every week you're going to get a movie review, no matter what and no matter where it's from. So, all right, sorry, Diggs, to cut you off. I just wanted to explain that real quick.
I forgot where I was.
Yeah, just start from the top.
Yeah, you ready for a scary movie?
There we go.
Scream is probably one of the biggest impacts on horror movies.
Definitely.
Scene. So, the last few ones were,
Well, so that's my question. So we're doing one tonight, but like you want to like go through all of them, right?
Yeah, it's 6 weeks.
Because I'm as big of a Scream fan as you, but like there was some of those in between where you're like,
Yeah, I don't know, because then I also realized, 2 weeks is Friday the 13th. So I'm like,
oh yeah.
Like, I think I might have to throw in a different movie there.
We'll figure that out when we get there, but let's just get through this one. Just get into why Scream 1's your favorite, and I'll jump in there with you.
Oh, guys, brings me back to that time, the first time I saw it, hanging out, smoking, just I want to say meta, but I know that's not the word I'm thinking of. But the whole first time, these are the rules. They acknowledge they're in a horror movie. They acknowledge the horror movies.
Right.
The twist when you, that first phone call, you think Drew Barrymore is going to be the main star. And what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, she's done?
Exactly. I think the biggest thing with Scream is just the fact that, like, all right, so I grew up watching horror, and when I was a little kid, like, the absolute like worst horror film character that for me growing up was Freddy Krueger.
He was the worst.
And I just think with Wes Craven doing Freddy Krueger and then going to Scream, I got that element of vibe again. But I think what I liked, and I think what I always liked about Wes Craven was he didn't just do horror films. He kind of mixed a little bit of humor in it. And
he originally didn't want to do Scream. He wanted to get away from horror.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wanted to get away. So that wasn't his script? He didn't like...
No, it's Dave something wrote it.
All right. Well, I didn't know that. I thought when you see Scream, you just think Wes Craven. That's how it is for me. But I don't know. For me, Scream is a great great film just because of the balance between horror, drama, and comedy. That's why I like Scream so much.
Yeah.
But like when you watch Scream for the first time, what were you actually feeling when you watched it for the first time? And also your reaction, and there will be spoilers in this review, guys. Your reaction to when like you actually get to the end of it and figure out who the killers are.
The first time I watched it, I did not see it being both of them. but every time you watched it and you start seeing more and more clues. Um, God, I think I watched it 2 times in a row. The first time, or was either the next day. I was drinking or smoking, one of those things.
Right, exactly.
It took me a little bit to go to stream because I was always Jason, Freddy, uh, Swamp Thing.
So we're gonna go through this real quick, just to go through this review. If you're okay with it, I'm just gonna read this.
Yeah, do it.
Wes Craven's Scream opens with Casey Becker, home alone, answering the phone. Call that quickly, turns deadly. Her boyfriend Steve gets murdered real quickly. Casey herself is chased, killed by the mysterious ghost face, setting the tone. No one is safe. Meanwhile, Sidney Prescott, still haunted by her mother's murder a year earlier, becomes the killer's next target. It was unknowing, though, when Becker goes to school the next day. And just finds out that the school was murdered in a very vicious way, and then kind of has to get put back in that zone of the year before when her mother was murdered in a similar fashion. Moving forward with the movie, without trying to actually spoil too much, if you haven't seen the original Scream, we'll just say that there's a group of characters there that they're always trying to make you feel like are involved in the murder, and they're always trying to keep you guessing. So like what I loved about the watching Scream for the first time myself was the fact it was almost like watching kind of like a mystery murder. They want you to try to figure out who did it and who didn't do it. And they try to fake you out too, like, oh, this is too obvious, it can't be him.
Yeah.
Things like that. And like you were talking about some of the fun facts of the movie, Drew Barrymore was the first person to get murdered in the movie. She was advertised and marketed as the star of the movie, but then she's the one that asked to die in the opening scene. Ghostface mask was a store-bought Halloween mask discovered during location scouting. And I feel bad for whoever they bought that mask from, because that dude got fucked out of a lot of revenue once the studio bought it.
Well, you think Michael Myers is what's his name from Star Trek?
Oh yeah, it's Shatner. Yeah, it's Shatner. Yeah. But it isn't right, because like it's like ghost white, and then they cut out the eyes thicker, and like, but yeah, the basic. But you know, I don't know if did Shatner ever sue for that. I doubt he did. I doubt he even did. But
I don't know.
oh, okay. We're getting word in that Shatner actually allowed the molding of his face for that mask. Okay, that's different. Did not know that. Okay. All right. Knife stabbing sounds were made by stabbing watermelons during the filming of Scream, which is awesome. The TV crushing stew in the end, that's a spoiler, sorry, is a direct nod to Halloween, because it did happen in that movie as well. You already mentioned Wes Craven was initially hesitant to return to horror. Scream revived the slasher genre and inspired countless meta horror films after the fact. And I'll save this one for last because now the picture's up there. Matthew Lillard improvised many of Stu's wild lines towards the end of the film, adding chaos and humor. Yeah, on the right there. No, I'm sorry. On the left there is Matthew Lillard, and he really brought the comedic value to this movie, I gotta say. So,
but yeah, right, Skeet Ehrlich. How do you spell his last name?
Yeah, I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy there.
Funny part is they're still good friends to this day.
Well, so I mean, I know we're not reviewing the rest of the Screams yet, but I never thought I'd actually see the other dude return to Scream, and in the newer Screams, he actually did make a return, kind of as like a vision. But I thought it was crazy to see him return to the Scream franchise in a way.
I like the way they kind of worked it in.
Well, I mean, we'll go over this when we review some of the others. And honestly, I think what's going to have to happen going forward. I was actually thinking about this. We're probably going to have to batch some of these other Screams together.
Oh yeah,
because there's so many of them now, and we're going to lead up to Scream 7, guys, and then Scream 7. Do you know what date Scream 7's airing? Or
February 27th.
So we're going to be reviewing these Screams up until then, and then me and Diggs are going to the movies, and we're going to give you guys a review of Scream 7 after we watch it in theaters too. So that would be pretty cool. But I mean, Scream for me is one of my top 5 favorite horror films to watch. I think it's due to the aspect of that comedy element, like I keep saying.
Yeah.
There's parts of it that make me laugh, and then when I was newer to the genre and newer to the movie, there was parts that made me I was actually scared. Watching it as many times as I have, and how many times you have, I can't get scared of this movie no more because I've watched it ridiculous amounts of times.
It's a comfort movie.
Yeah,
something you put on in the background.
Right. Like I've never watched this movie in the last 2 decades with somebody that never watched it before. But yeah, Scream 1's awesome. So how about you do the wrap up, and then we'll go from there.
All right, so wrap up, kill or keep. See what you think. The opening scene with Casey Becker.
Yep. The what's her name? Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Yep. I say we keep it. It's iconic, shocking, and if you don't know it, still terrifying.
So my option is to kill or keep. So you're saying if
you don't like it, cut it.
Got you. Yeah, I guess that's true. I think that's the most iconic scene, not just in the Scream franchise history, but I think in horror. Like everyone sees Drew Barrymore in that open scene with the phone and knows what movie that is, and that's before the Ghostface mask is even seen.
Even sitting there, you see this kettle corn cooking.
Yep, that too. Right. Yep. So I agree. I'll say keep.
All right. Next is Randy explaining the rules of horror.
Oh, that was fucking awesome, actually, because I didn't know that. Like, just like anybody in that room in the scene, and they're all acting. But like when I first saw that movie, and he explained you don't know the rules, and like the rules of survival in a horror film. I'm like, what's crazy about that aspect too is like he's explaining rules of a horror movie while being in a horror movie, and then immediately Matthew Lillard's character breaks a rule and leaves the scene.
I'll be right back.
Right. So, yeah, that's absolutely crazy, and I definitely think you got to keep that. I think that's another iconic scene from that movie.
You got to remember that same scene is everybody runs to go see the principal dead.
Yeah, and
he's Jamie behind you.
And also, by the way, all those guys are shit-faced. They were drinking the entire time they were there. That's like they don't do that in movies no more, with a bunch of shit-faced fucking underage drinking kids get in their cars and go drive. Like that's literally such the most 90s thing about that fucking scene. It's crazy, bro.
So keep.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that. Definitely keeping it.
Man. The mask. Keep it, kill it, change it.
You got to keep it. There's no chance. How many people dressed up in that outfit at least once in their life for Halloween? I did.
I did.
It literally now defines the franchise. And then even even if you look at the parody movies like Scary Movie, what they were able to do with that mask, change the expression, make money off of it that way, and the parody. The Budweiser commercial, that was another thing. Yep, exactly.
Just think about how many different variations over there.
Oh yeah, so many different variations of the mask now. So yeah, the mask is so iconic, and then the spoofs of the mask are so iconic.
Yeah.
You can never really get rid of the mask. What's up, Bones? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the pod. But yeah, I definitely agree with keeping the mask. I mean, it was so unique for a 90s movie horror, and then to see where it grew beyond that after the fact is kind of crazy.
They better keep it. I have it tattooed on my leg.
Oh, what's up, Frost? Yep. Well,
Right.
you're the horror movie king over here. You're the one that's got all these fucking horror movie characters on your body.
And here's the twist: I don't like horror.
Yeah, you're a liar.
What about the speaking of twists? What about the 2 killer twist?
Well, so yeah, I guess you're right. When you first watch the film for the first time, if you never saw it before, and spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't watched the movie, this is going to ruin it. But yeah, you assume it's one guy. But yeah, when it was 2, it did make sense because during the film, like Stu and Billy are like side by side most of the scenes, so it did make sense. But yeah, I think they kept it that way for a while though.
They're mostly 2 killers.
3 wasn't, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of think if you didn't have the comic relief from Stu in that movie, say that stuff never got filmed and the movie never came out like that, well then I would probably sit here and say to you like, well, no, you could kill that because you could just have one. You just have Billy as the killer. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It could have been that, but they wanted Billy to look even more devious because you could tell he was like the alpha between him and Stu. So that was kind of like why they did that. So I'll keep it as is, but if like we didn't have Stu as a comic relief, I would say kill.
They did admit years later that they were lovers.
They were what?
They were lovers.
I don't get it. Like
Stu and Billy were gay.
Like in fandom?
No, like Matthew Lillard admitted it.
Oh wait, so you're saying the actor in real life is gay?
No,
you're saying the characters.
Yeah, the characters are gay.
Oh, I mean, they should have actually brought some of that into it, but that's new. Never heard that aspect of that before. That's totally new. That kind of fucked my head up. All right, let's keep going though.
All right. What about the dialogue?
The dialogue of the whole film?
That 90s cheesy.
I mean, for the era that the movie came out with, I don't know if it's cheesy, and because if you watch anything in the 90s from that era, early 2000s, the dialogue was kind of similar. Like think of you ever watch American Pie?
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't a horror film, but was the dialogue a lot similar? Fuck yeah!
Some of the acting in there scared me.
That dialogue was almost the same, bro.
Yeah.
So 90s teen dialogue, kill or keep. I don't know. I don't know if they could have foreshadowed before their time or after their time to change it.
Even watching it now, though, it's not too out of pocket.
I'd keep it because I grew up in the 90s. Honestly, I'd keep the dialogue. That's just me personally.
All right. What about Dewey and his
Deputy Dewey's an OG, bro. I keep everything about Deputy Dewey. He's another comic relief. he's one of the more. I think he's one of the only characters that you can look at and immediately like feel sorry for. Like, you immediately have that sympathy for him. You know what I mean? He grows that. He jumps that on you real quick. But yeah, I think you got to keep Dewey, right? What's your biggest thing with him like that makes him like funny to you?
It's just that naiveness to him.
Like he's like trying too hard in the first movie to be a cop and shit like that.
He just wants that respect. He wants that respect from his peers, from his not being the little errand boy.
I think when he hangs out with what's her name?
Gail.
Yeah, Gail. I think like when he hangs out with Gail, you can see him like too he's so scared to talk to a woman. Like it's funny.
What's it? When they're at the school, there's my demographic is like 23 to 24, 18 to 24 year olds.
Yeah, it was like 18 to 28, and then he said I'm 29. I think that's the line. I might be wrong though.
But I was 28 for a whole year.
I was 28 for a whole year. I was like, I must have just missed you. Like, yeah, that was some stupid dialogue right there, actually. But it was funny to me. I always found that shit fucking funny.
His whole character arc to like where he is before he.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. Yeah, by movie to movie, the character changes so drastically. I think that's the bigger aspect. Like Dewey in Scream 1 versus Dewey later down the road is like two different characters almost.
Yeah.
So.
Still love the whole movie though. The whole series.
Oh my God. I'm a diehard Scream fan. I always have been. I love Scream. So when you said you were going to do Scream, the first one, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we had to. It's the most quoted movie between the two of us.
Also, over like 20 years of friendship, like how many times did we end up getting high and having that movie play in the background? Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's a lot of it right there. But yeah, just wrap up that right there with your final call, and then.
I say keep it all. It rewrote the rules, scared the hell out of us, proved horror could still be smart, self-aware, and still brutal. That's the other thing. As the movie progresses, the kills get more brutal.
More brutal, yep. And as the movies go, they get more brutal too.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I'd like to shout out everybody that came in. This is the first episode of the JM and Digz podcast. We're going to be here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. As long as everything goes right. We're very thankful to be here under the Clean Sanchez Media banner. Shout out to Clean Sanchez Media being our master behind the scenes producer there. Shout out to you. But we're going to get the end. We're going to wrap up here the first episode of the podcast. You can follow me, TheOnlyJM, on pretty much all socials at TheOnlyJM. Diggs, where can they find you?
Pretty much at all socials, Digz 401.
There you go. And then, of course, make sure you're looking up, you're subscribed, you're following everything Clean Sanchez Media, all the podcasts. Tomorrow morning, Friday morning, I believe it's 10 a.m., you're going to see Sanchez here with Gio for Morning Rips. Saturday, you're going to see Sanchez, Gio, and Dabs for BRVG. And then I believe they're doing DD214 now on Mondays, Monday nights. So make sure you check all the other Clean Sanchez Media pods. And then we will be back here next Thursday. So appreciate everybody for tuning in for the first episode. Appreciate you guys, and have a great night. Thank you. Diggs, say you goodbye.
Later, homies.
Check. Yo. I'm not hungry for the fame, can't let it own me. Even in a busy room, sometimes it gets lonely. That's why I stick close to my codies, they hold me. If I make it big, I'm buying all of them a rollie. But for now I'm G-shocking, it's shocking. I'm blank on, my music ain't popping. Didn't want to know my name back in those days, yet I'm clocking. Haters still seem to be flocking. You rap about K's, but really you get peed. Nuts, stunting like the ice.